Hi, welcome to day 30 of the Intensify podcast series. And today is the grand finale. I'm so excited. I want to start by sharing my own testimony of the impact of this series on my life. Yes, just this week, I won the 2024 runner-up trophy for the golf tournament of the Institute of Directors of Nigeria. Woo! Yippee, yippee! And this is my trophy. Sounds very funny, right? I know it's a small thing, but let me tell you why this win is significant. I have been winning in many areas of life, and I decided to practice this same principle of intensify in golf. I started playing golf just about 20 months ago, and during this time, I've played several tournaments. I realized that I always get my worst results on tournament days. Now, for me to give an example for those of us that don't understand how golf is played, there are about 18 holes that you play, and we are targeting to get to each of the holes at the minimum number of times that you stroke the ball. Now, for a pro at the end of an 18 holes play in Lagos, they should typically get there within 71, 72 strokes. And for me, that started playing about 20 months ago, I was aiming to get there within 90 strokes. Now, I have been able to hit 90, and many times when I play, I hit around 90. But on tournament days, I play very bad, as in I play like 107, 110, 100, 118. I was like, what is going on? And people said, oh, it's normal that there is tension that comes from tournament. But I felt that was very embarrassing because I would prefer, I don't mind if I should score maybe 5 or 8 strokes above what I would play when I'm playing with my friends or playing alone, but not to be playing 20 over what I play normally or 25 over. So as we went through this Intensify series, I identified from the messages the 1 degree change that was needed in several parts of my life, including golf. Now, recall when we started, we said that many of us are doing a lot. We are putting effort, but we are not eating the success we deserve or we desire, just because we don't know that additional input, that 1 degree effort. And I use water as an analogy, that at 99 degrees, water does not boil, but at 100 degrees, it starts boiling. That 1 additional degree makes a big impact. So many people don't know that additional 1 degree they need to put to get the desired success. So during this series, as I was taking it and teaching you, I was also evaluating myself again based on the entire message and try to note that 1 degree change I needed to make in various areas of my life. And I said, okay, let me even include golf. My first trophy is here. It was within the 30 days of this. Just this trophy was won just this week. So this is really, really, really interesting. I did not get my target score of 90, but I scored around that and I was able to win. Now, the same way I've applied the series to golf, you too can apply it to every area of your life. This Intensify series, it works in every area of life. And I must confess to you that this podcast series on Intensify is divine. God actually instructed me to do it. It is meant to transform your life. In fact, I would advise you to go through it again, one-on-one, so you will see the required turning points in every area of your life, just as I have tried to do the same, even to something as small as golf. Well, it's small for me, but some people, that's their profession. Now, some people have not been able to find what is that thing they need to do differently. I just throwing effort all over the place. Some people, the issue that they don't know how to start, they start wrong. Some don't know how to start in the spirit. Some, they don't know how to continue. They don't know how to apply the forces at 3 layers: spiritual, physical, and mental. Some don't even know the required efforts they need to put that will get them close to their success. Some don't know the next best step they need to take. Whatever it is, you will find the answers in this Intensify series. And some of us, you know some of these things, but at crunch time, when you need them most, you forget them. Therefore, I strongly believe that if you or anyone you know is going through any challenge in life at any time, come back and listen to this series again, and you will definitely find the answer for the next best step that you need to take. And I'll say it again. If you or anyone going through any challenge at any time in your life, come back and listen to this series. You will definitely find the next best answer. God will speak to you, because those words were packaged carefully to push you from where you are to where you ought to be. I want to appreciate all who have supported me during this period in putting this series together. When we planned to run this race in October, I didn't know that I was going to be traveling much. I have had to travel to 4 countries during the last 1 month of this podcast series. And these people have been helping me in the background. First of all, I want to thank my wife, Pastor Busola Aladenisi. Pastor Busola Aladenisi, thank you so much. You've been so supportive. She had to help me to get all the gadgets that I will need to use to record the videos myself during my trips. I also want to especially appreciate Minister Moses Bliss. God used him to push me to start this series. After God had told me about it, I was been thinking, 30 days, do I have that time, that much to be able to put it together? I was thinking of all the complexities required. And while I was still thinking about it, providentially, I was coming on a flight from London to Lagos, and I sat beside Mr. Moses Bliss. And we had a very wonderful conversation, very memorable, very historic. And while we were speaking, he kept on hammering on intensity. And he told examples from his life on how he applies this intensity, And what he was saying matched exactly what God had told me as far as this series was concerned. I then say, wow, this thing that you're saying, God had told me about this series called Intensify. And he said, man of God, you need to do this series. You need to do this series. And seeing one person who is applying these principles and how he has used it to achieve greatness, I was encouraged to get more people to be on this success journey. So thank you, Minister Moses Bliss. I also want to thank and appreciate my team members that worked with me, Lekon Adekoya, Femi Olushola, Ejiro Ero, Abayomi Odedoyin, Aramide Ogunkoya, Emmanuel Isheoluwadoyin, Diola Kasale, and David Ejeshe. Thank you so much. Lekon Adekoya, I want to especially thank you for your passion for this project. When you helped me to draft the initial plan, I was fired up when I saw that plan, because I said, no, I can't even disappoint you for the effort you have put. I want to also thank Bro David Ejeshe. I know your plan was that you wanted to take me through to shoot this video in all the best places around, all the finest places, but we could not do it due to my trips. But I appreciate your support and your always desiring excellence in production. I also want to thank my church family, Christ Treasure Center, CTC. I know everything I have taught in this series are powerful and transformational because I have taught them in church and I've seen the difference in your lives. Thank you so much, CTC people, for always standing out and shining your lights as captains of industry and as Christ-like leaders. Finally, I want to thank all of you who have been part of this series. For those of you that commented, I read all the comments. I tried to reply almost all of them. Thank you for all of those of you that liked and shared the messages. I want to say again, try to listen to this Intensify podcast series at least once a year. You know why? It's just like anytime you are going through wear and tear, you need to be checking yourself, just like a car. And when you take your car and you walk on the legs, when you are done, they will tell you need to do wheel balancing and alignment to bring it back to alignment, because you've done some work on the legs. The same way as you go through life, you are going through wear and tear, and those things might get you misaligned sometimes. And if you are misaligned for a long time, it has very bad consequences on everything that you do. So even me, I need this Intensify series. I will be going through it at least once a year so that I can bring myself back into alignment. I've also shared it with everyone I know about that I can remember. If I've not shared it with you and you find this video, I'm sorry, I will still get to you once I remember. So make sure you call your family and friends and advise them to go through the series, while you also check back from time to time. And just as I have shared my own testimony with you, even though it's on golf, the other ones will unfold with time. I'll be glad to read your testimony as well. Please share your testimony on this page or via WhatsApp using the number on the screen. The number is +234 817 864 9837. Until I come again with the next series, it's been a wonderful time. I want to say, please keep winning. It's upward and forward forever for you and I.